The place will be rocking because it's Saturday night. Because it's hockey tonight.
Because it's Saturday night.
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to a post-game reaction of Oilers fan reaction. Great talk for Oilers fans. Who wants to talk about it? Who wants to say what no one else is saying? Who wants to fully explode the elephant in the room? And I don't fucking care. Come at me, guys. Oh, you just bitch about the refs. Yeah, I have every right to bitch about the ref in game one. But that's not why the Oilers lost. The Oilers lost because they had a 4-1 lead and they blew it. Plain and simple. They blew a lead in the third period. For whatever reason, they blew a lead in the third period. Something they haven't done in a long time. Which begs the question for me to ask you. Are the Vancouver Canucks really in the Oilers' heads? Are the Vancouver Canucks really the kryptonite to the Edmonton Oilers? Is it the team the Oilers cannot beat? A lot of unanswered questions need to be answered in Game 2, which I think the Oilers will win. And I don't think it's going to be pretty for Vancouver. I fully expect that the Oilers will go up again and have a huge lead again, and they're not going to blow this one. But why, Matt? Why are you so confident that's going to happen? Well, one, the officiating isn't going to let Vancouver take liberties on Draisaitl like they did. And call it what you want to call it, that's fucking pathetic. Zadorov cross-checked him twice, slashed him once, Garland slashed Draisaitl once, all not called. Until Draisaitl reacted. Think about that. Think about that for a quick second. The ref's arm was not up. I watched it on the American feed. I don't like watching on the Sportsnet feed. I think Sportsnet is garbage, so I watched on the ESPN feed because they have the wider camera angle and the better commentators. The ref's hand, Steve Kozarski, piece of shit, his hand didn't go up until after Draisaitl retaliated with a slash on Zadorov's back of the leg. And he's like, oh, fuck. I have to take them both. Yeah, we let Zadorov take liberties. Yeah, absolutely we did. No, frick. Gotta give it 4-on-4. Can't call a penalty, right? Can't call Zadorov for cross-checking. Couldn't call Miller for holding McDavid in the neutral zone the entire time. Couldn't call Soucy or Zadorov for cross-checking McDavid in front of the net. But you did call the Carolina Hurricane penalty in double overtime when he was leaning on Kreider and Kreider fell over. An official with the NHL said that's a penalty every time when you use a stick on a player. It's a cross-check, and it's a penalty every time. Except if you're a Vancouver Canuck cross-checking the Edmonton Oilers player. Now listen, I'm not bitching about the score because, hey, the Oilers had a 4-1 lead, they blew it. Vancouver, full marks to Vancouver for winning that game. I'm not upset by that. I'm upset by the fact that we've been asking for the officials to let them play. We've been begging for the officials to let them play. They let them play. But, oh, wait, Edmonton penalty. Brown for a hold on Hughes. I looked over that. There was no hold there. Where's the penalty? You go look at the video. Where was the penalty? But then we got another penalty against the Oilers. Holloway for tripping against Peters. Where's the trip? I'm just saying. When the score was out of hand for the Oilers, I get it. You don't want to call penalties for the Oilers. I get that you don't want to give them that ammunition, but for fuck's sakes, you have to call the blatant bullshit ones. You've got to call the blatant ones. Everybody wants to go, well, the Oilers had a 4-1 lead and they blew it. Yeah, you call one penalty against Vancouver. Momentum is not in Vancouver's favor. Oilers probably score on that power play. We're talking 5-2. We're talking 5-3. No, we don't call that. We let Vancouver back in it. And the Oilers let Vancouver back in it. That third period was not good enough. And if that's the third period you're going to have moving forward, this is going to be a quick series for Vancouver beating the Oilers. Point blank, period. It'll be a quick 4-game, 5-game series for Vancouver to beat up on the Oilers. Now, first goal was scored in the first period by Zach Hyman on a power play. Lone power play the Oilers got wasn't even an infraction. What was it? Too many on the ice? Too many men on the ice that the refs didn't want to call again. It wasn't Korahowski standing by the fucking bench that called it. It was Kyle Raymond that called it in the fucking Oilers zone. Steve, stop reffing Oiler games. We know you don't like McDavid for him showing you up. We know you don't like Draisaitl for beaking at you. Why does this league allow shit referees to ref the Oilers when they know they got a vendetta? They know they got a public vendetta against these players. And it makes for good TV, right? Moving on, Draisaitl, Hopkins with the assist, and Draisaitl with the other assist. Ekholm gets the second goal for the Oilers. What a clapper. Assisted by Draisaitl in the first period. Oilers have a 2-0 lead. Moving on to the second period, Joshua off another face-off win by Vancouver, and full marks, kudos, hoorah, Vancouver. You are a face-off team, and wow, you guys dominated the face-off dot. That's where the Oilers need to clean that up. For sure. The Oilers need to clean up that face-off dot. Man, you got beat up bad in that dot. Lost the face-off shot off the backboards. Plant, I don't know. But Joshua's waiting there. Goal. It's okay. CC gets himself a goal. Assisted by Derek, Ryan, and Hopkins. And then Zach Hyman gets a goal assisted by Bouchard and McDavid. All right, now the Oilers are up 4-1. Hold your horses, though. Lindholm scores, assisted by Joshua and Soucy. Again, another fluke play off of Skinner's stick. Clean it up, Skinner. Clean it up, please. Moving on to the third period, Miller scores, makes it 4-3. Zadorov scores, because of course he does. He should have been in the box, but no, we can't put him in the box. He scores, making it 4-4, and another one that Skinner should have had. Garland, nail in the coffin, 5-4. That's your final 5. No fucking win there for the Oilers. Fucking stupid. Vancouver wins 5-4. Shots 24-18 in total. First period, Oilers were humming. Oilers were the better team. Second period, they sat back and laid on their laurels. You cannot sit back in the NHL fucking playoffs and expect to win a game. It doesn't happen, shouldn't happen, didn't happen. Vancouver took 11 shots in the second period. Vancouver took 8 shots in the third period to Edmonton Oilers 4 in 2 periods. 8 shots in 2 periods, not good enough. Face-off dot, like I said, Vancouver mollywopped 63% to 34. 0 for 3 on the power play for Vancouver, 1 for 1 for the Oilers. Yeah, that's going to fucking change game 2. Better damn D that. You're not going to see the same reffing in game 2. You're going to see Vancouver sitting in the sin bin when they do something. Draisaitl could be fucking hurt. Why, Matt? Because he got hit late behind the play. Not called. But that's playoff hockey, right? Block shots 12-11 for Vancouver. Takeaways 9 for Edmonton, 7 for Vancouver. That's your tail of tape, folks. Vancouver won more faceoffs. Vancouver had more shots. Vancouver wanted it more in the halfway through the second period and the third period. I mean, they did. I can sit here all day and say the refs needed to do their job, absolutely, but the Oilers needed to do theirs too. They needed to hold their end of the bargain of being up and keeping the lead and winning the game. That might be worrisome for me as an Oilers fan. Could Vancouver be legitimately in the head of the Oilers? That's what I worry about. That's what I worried about all night last night. I worried about the Oilers not being able to beat Vancouver. They didn't beat them 4 games this year. They didn't beat them tonight. Well, last night. Do they beat them tomorrow night? They're going to have to. You don't want to go down 2-0 heading into Edmonton. Got to get a split in Vancouver. Which I fully think the Oilers are going to get the split in Vancouver and probably win both in Edmonton. If the series is ref the way it was last night, it doesn't matter what team gets out of this series. They're not beating Colorado or Dallas. If this series is reffed the way that it was reffed last night, where it was OK Corral, shootout of the OK Corral, prison rules, we're going to let everybody go, you're going to see a lot of hurt players coming out of this series. And hey, I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy, but hey, maybe that's what the league wants. Have a hurt Canadian team going into the Western Final. That way, they're not at 100% going up against an American team. It doesn't matter who the fucking other team is. If Vancouver or Edmonton gets out of this series and they're hurt, it's not going to matter. We're going to have an All-American Final again. Gary Bettman's going to get what he wants again. Just one time I'd like to see a fair shake. Guess it's not possible in this day and age of the NHL. Anyways, guys, my name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Also, if you're going to bitch about me bitching about the refs, the least you could do is subscribe. I've read your comments. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about what your opinion is. The refs are terrible in this game. They let everything go until they were like, oh crap. Oilers really are scoring 5-on-5. They scored 3 5-on-5 goals. I thought this team could only score on the power play. Well, they're scoring 5-on-5, so how do you stop them from scoring 5-on-5? You give the other team power plays. Matt, what happens when the other team gets power plays? They get this thing called fucking momentum. And it stops the Oilers' momentum. It's pretty simple. How do you beat the Oilers? Have them in the box. Stops their momentum. Even if the team doesn't score on the power play, they still have momentum. Pure logic, folks. Again, hopefully the Oilers play better in Game 2. Gotta win Game 2. Game 2 is a must-win. My name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Great talk for Oilers fans. Peace. We'll see you on Friday.